Freezy Hills. I do believe on the energy version, Freezy Hills was moved to this upper area, so it can make a bit more sense. Anyways, here we go. This reminds me of... Yeah. Well, it's getting kinda cold here, did you reflect it? Ah, man. Well, couple of coins. This is... Oh yeah, we can cheat here. Well, maybe not cheat, but we can skip it. Exploration. This is still... Okay, I should clarify something. A lot of these levels like still use the original ones as base. So you can see a lot of similar objects. Just place it ever so slightly different. But that's because since I was still learning the program, it was still difficult to make something 100% from scratch. So I just used the original Super Mario World assets and placement of levels. And this was part of the second wave of levels I sent Seamus, which were pretty bad. And I remember when Seamus said like, dude, just take your time, otherwise they are not going to be good. And I was like, damn, a bit heartbroken, but it was true. Damn it. I needed to take my time, so that's what I did. I decided to take more time developing the levels, just so they can be properly engaged. That's where I learned about quality over quantity. Good times. But I guess on retrospective, these levels aren't that impressive. At least a lot of these, should I say. But I like them at any rate. At least they look good. Or uniform. Is that what I'm looking for? That should stay there. So this is still pretty much Donald's Plains 1. You're going to notice the same placement on a lot of things. But still, I like that it gave it an icy feel. Even though being ice doesn't really affect the level team or whatever. Oh yeah, I'm also something. If there's something I really hated that happened, but of course it was bound to happen, is that sometimes when people play this, in the desperation of trying to find how to do something, they normally will start to do really crazy and obscure stuff that normally I wouldn't expect. But so that allowed me used to be an asshole. Like this one. Want to play Clays where I see how one is like Jade Explorer. Normally people will just explore things they weren't supposed to do, and well, I just took advantage of that to be a jerk. Also, the ceiling over here, I do believe it was easy just to skip over the level, so I just made this. So yeah. If anything that I wish to do recently is probably just redrawn all the graphics myself, since I will say I have a little more skill now than I used to have before when I was making this. But that's a project that it will take a lot of time, and I don't think I will manage to do it. In a way, I hate to say this, but I don't have time to be making projects that are not going to be making money or are going to be of use. I mean, if I'm going to make my hack, it's not going to be a hack anymore. It will be an actual game. Also this. Like, in fact, I actually want to recreate my own hack for some sort of Castlevania type of game. Which I'm doing partially. It's a project I'm doing with my cousin, but it's on hold. I mean, he's also occupied with school and he needs to program for school, so yeah. Fake ice trap. Anyways, Toxic Cave. I think this was just named like Gas Cave, but of course someone made it for a joke, and I'm like, just roll my eyes. Gas Cave ahead. Yep, someone took advantage of that. I also like the transition that it's still like snow outside. Oh yeah, the cave is still toxic for you. Let me help you by covering you up. What an asshole. But I love it. I love that engagement between the author and the player. There was something about this cave that I don't remember. Oh, I think that it was super buggy. Because it used to be just like, again, just a remix edition of the Donald's Plain Cave. So I'm like, I need to make a new level. And I don't remember in which update I did. I didn't remade it. But well, here we are. Also, let's get the exit. It should be a bit further. I'm surprised I got that. Alright. I hate the hammer bro with a passion. They are so unpredictable. But they are good. They're pretty good to be for being a dick. Damn it. So the exit should be here. I don't remember where. Oh yeah, the palace. It's interesting that if the reason people play this, it was because it was difficult to beat, but people felt like rewarded to actually beat the difficult game. Because, I mean, there's no story on this thing, it's just random. There's just nothing going on. It's the embodiment of Newgrounds. There was a way to probably do this. I mean, I don't think I ever made something like really obtuse to do, or like it requires only one in a lifetime to properly do. But you know, but it's been a while. Dude, what an asshole! What happened? Whatever. Ah, damn it. Okay. It'll be pretty simple now. Quote unquote. I believe I still need it. Or maybe not. Okay. Simple enough. Also, you can see that this is pretty much a reskin. I swear I don't know why I still give you mushroom if it's just to do something like this. Oh well, probably to trick you, but I don't like giving power-ups to the player because they could just come back, do the restart thing, and you know, get the item, then go press start and select, get out of the level, then go somewhere else. But it's ever rare that the mushroom is useful, and frankly, I think it's more trouble to get it than it's worth actually, but whatever. I mean, the entire game is just made for a small Mario. Well, that's the subject. This time the challenge will be hard at your point of view. You still have eyes. It's going to be difficult if you cannot get it. That's pretty much the point. Come on. Really? I'm my own worst enemy. I think there's a way just to get under and... Come on, come on. There we go. Wasn't so hard, was it? Yeah, I mean, I don't think these levels are hard enough. But I don't think they have to be anyways. Well, just simple get coins, even though lives coins are pretty redundant. I think that you have save states. The acid and sweet of lemon will turn into your progress will also be saved. I believe the only thing that the Switch Palace does is just ever so slightly decreasing the difficulty. But not by much, that's what I can tell you. Also, what's so laggy? Oh, whatever. I mean, well, let me just beat this BRB. Well, guess what, we beat this. Just another fact. Number one, I do remember the original game was a lot more difficult than this, but I think it was a bit more buggy too. But I do believe I actually rescued that level and put it on the forest somewhere, which we're going to eventually see. Also, funny story, one of my brother's friend, like, well, he came to my to my house, and my brother was like, "Hey, do you know that my brother makes like a Super Mario World ROM hack?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, let's see." And he sees it, and he was like, "You're XradicalD?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." "Oh my god, I saw people play your hack." And I was like, "Oh, so this is what a celebrity feels." It feels like. Oh no, we're not taking that L. And it was kinda a weird moment for me, but also a cool one. Man, what a useless position. But on one end, I don't want to hostigate the player with too much stuff on screen, because then it becomes a hassle to play. It becomes too frustrating, and I don't want to do that. I screw the score. What else? I think is the Shock Forest. Why did I put Ghost on the end of the last one if this is not a Ghost level? Whatever. Shock Forest. Beware of shocks popping up with a warning. Shock Forest Park Service. Also the awesome face again. Are these the same graphics for? Yeah, I think these graphics. I use them on the forest levels for the SSH PKC hack, which pretty much weren't used. I mean, it was a weird project, anyways, to begin with. I mean, I guess for some reason the forum like banned my IP, which apparently wasn't on purpose. I would like to believe. Also, you can do that. So the moment I stopped like logging in, that's when I stopped hearing about the project, and then, well, then I guess it died. I guess it died. Well, I'm certainly not seeing it anymore. Better kill these dudes. Might as well. A lady has him escape. Music. Oh, retrospective. This level's ain't shit. Well, they're the first ones anyways. Oh yeah, it's like, just drop it and just go. This is actually not the good idea route. Yeah. Look, I'm not fond of making routes that are dots, but that's what I'm going to tell you. Here we go, Mario. Now we're going to face charges for the wildlife damage. Man, I love my hack. I don't think I had... Oh man, I wonder if there are somewhere like really old versions. Well, in theory, I hope not. La Casa del Terror. Okay, so before that, let me finish the other one. I remember some people were like, "Oh, hey, XradicalD, I'm playing your hack on my channel." I'm like, "Oh, cool, really?" And they were playing like the oldest version available, and I'm like, "How?" there are like 3 more versions. Come on, dude. Man, it was something ever so slightly frustrating because everyone already saw that, and new things were already arriving. Anyways, now La Casa del Terror. So there's this place. I think I have said this before. I think on Super Mario Maker. But first thing for La Sauceda, you probably have never heard of it. If hipster XradicalD. I'm just standing here waiting for Candy. Candy may have some stupid bugs. So there's this place called La Sauceda, which is like a recreational park. And it has an attraction called La Casa del Terror, which pretty much stands for the House of Horror. I know, pretty amazing, right? And it was like a spooky house, and that scared the shit out of me. It was so scary that I didn't even enter. On retrospective, it's probably not that scary, like for me now, but that's kind of cheap. But it's not like it matters anymore because La Sauceda it's an abandoned project now. Oh, what? No, what's going on? I think it just loses focus or something. Yeah. Okay. So it's an abandoned project. Like the government completely destroyed its funding. Like it was abandoned. Then they had like money to repair it, but they stole it. So we're without the recreational park, and there's no the horror house anymore. Of course, I remember I did a ever so slightly urban exploration with my dad over there. We took some pictures. I wonder if I could get them on screen. Anyways, place is pretty abandoned, so well, just a memory of the past now. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother getting out. This is so frustrating. I mean, you probably just were finding the secret and oh, but nope, big move. I mean, what am I supposed to give you anyways? Coins, 1-ups? I mean, you already have save states. There's nothing for you to have, unless it's the energy version. But we will get to that when we get to that. Anyways, so yeah, so that's La Sauceda, that's the Casa del Terror, and that's where it came from. I thought there was round. Well, there is just forward. Yeah, what a surprise. How many? Okay. Anyways. So now the happy face is not so happy. You know what? Let me get that. I remember there were people like trying to jump into the door from here, and why? Why make it more hard, dude? It's also frustrating seeing people making themselves something even harder than it needs to be, but that's to be expected, frankly. Game development. It's kinda odd, because of course you don't want to give the player the answer straight away or just hand holding them, but at the same time you need to do it ever so slightly, because otherwise the player is going to be confused and, well, frustrated. So that's normally where we're supposed to go, except not really. So let's go over here. And here we are, this old and bizarre part, which is not even properly updated. I mean, you can just tell that because the foreground, aka the main level, still looks the same as the background. And normally I'm more careful with that. I guess not this time around. Anyways, I don't remember when I began adding all this stuff. Well, why do I want to play my own game, right? So let's just shit. I mean, who else is going to document this? Well, whatever. I mean, that's one secret. That's one way out. Normally, I wouldn't add those, but I think I like the idea that people explore and find stuff and feel like, hey, I found something and it's pretty cool. And also, people sometimes get way too frustrated with some puzzles related to that. So I think I just added those. I mean, I don't exactly documented what I did back then. It's funny how we just think of the present and not much of the future. I don't remember who had so much trouble with that, but whatever. So yeah, the real jump and normal jump, different heights, different lengths. I think the real jump doesn't jump as high, but it goes further. The normal jump goes higher, but doesn't go too much further. As weird as it sounds. Chemical disaster. I don't remember when I drew the graphics for this. I mean, these graphics don't look as soft per se, but neither does the Genesis graphics on the backgrounds from Sonic 2, so whatever. Oh no, wait, Morton did to the environment. You might want to teach him a lesson. Captain Planet. I remember the jerk who said that. Also, interesting fact, the top part of the lava tiles don't hurt you, they are just like water. What hurt you is the normal block down there, which is always included with the lava, so it's kinda like, of course, every time you touch it's going to hurt you, but I thought it's kinda interesting to see how it works. Oh man, this is not looking good. Alright. I forgot the way. I think it was this one actually. Everything is tall enough for the sharks to jump. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of empty space if you ask me. Well, but it's not like I'm going to go back and redesign everything. It is what it is. But then again, this is technically the first levels I ever made. So, whatever. Oh, I was thinking, well, it's not like I wanted to make something inspiring or something, it's just something I wanted to do. Then I remember that horrible gameplay of, well, it wasn't a bad gameplay, but the scandal or whatever of when that one drum hacker told Proton John, "Oh, I'm dying. I just want someone to play my hack." And Proton John was like, "Well, I feel bad for this dude, so let me play the hack before you die." And it was a hoax. For one, the hack wasn't exactly amazing. It wasn't bad. I think it was just it was above average. But of course, the dude made like a drama, like, "Oh, I just wish someone play my damn thing. I'm going to die of leukemia." And well, the guy didn't die of leukemia, but he died of embarrassment. Marshmallow Marshall with wings. Morton's an insane fool. And well, and I'm like, come on, dude, come on. I mean, when I wanted people to play my hack, I gave them the ROM hack. I asked them if they could, and I looked for people who were doing let's play of ROM hacks. Or sometimes people saw them, and of course, it's like a chain reaction. They see someone playing it, and it's like, "Oh, I'm going to play it too." And normally they will tell me. So, come on, dude. You don't need to say you're going to have leukemia just for someone to play your hack. But whatever. Send your rope have to everyone. Oh man. Morton's good ink. Gorilla reference. Well, these symptoms cannot be modified without complicated hacking. These two things: wash my teeth, make my bed, close the doors, American enter, watch TV, Morton. Not going to lie, I believe some of those jokes were seen on other ROM hacks, so I remember there was like this really funny one. It's like it had like the Georgie house you will enter, but it was like prison bars, and the only message was like, "Well, Mario, I hope you like bars because I call the police for you on trespassing." And it was so funny. Oh man. Look, normally I don't ask the player to scroll the screen because I mean I think you should only be using the tools, the normal tools, not just, you know. I mean, how I think that you wouldn't be using the L and R, but I expect you to use save state like an extracurricular type of tools. I don't know if this one was the original design or it was like a revision at this level. I mean, I cannot remember. I think I began to start to pick up once I started designing the cave, but I don't know. Could be wrong. Then again, I do like this level. Very simple puzzle. Well, I don't know if puzzle is the word I'm looking for, but pretty simple platforming. I say I really like the greens, the color scheme I use here. It's like a lime. That's part of the current generation of design. Actually, use softer colors, not just straight away green or whatever. Oh, I forgot to close the door. Leave it, Mario. Don't let him go any further. Why the background doesn't scroll? Well, it's looking kinda plastered, if you ask me. Ow. Well, it looks kinda... What's the one I'm looking for? As mobile. That even makes sense. Oh, I shouldn't have killed him. Oh no, blood! Normally when... I don't like adding blood on these things, or red goop. Because then you ask, whose blood is it? Do things bleed in Super Mario World? That's normally what I don't like. Going too edgy with this type of stuff. And what I don't normally like... Oh my god, what happened? What I don't like edgy themes on Mario. Oh no, vaulting you could spawn. Let's see. Alright, Koopa. Koopa, okay. Koopa again, cool. Alright, Koopa, it's cool. I mean, I don't really like batting, but I guess just the close quarters makes everything slightly interesting, which not by much. Alright, there we go. Oh, well, this could be useful, and at the same time, it cannot. Let's get out of here. Ah, damn it. Oh, come on! It's only one, what? There's only one spike bug, what? Ah. I mean, here's the thing. I expect that the hack can be beaten without slowdowns, like rewinds and save state, of course, fair game. I mean, I have no problem, of course, people using slowdowns. Oh, that could have been so cool. Hell yeah. Morton. I mean, again, I didn't want to make a really difficult ROM hack, something that any slightly advanced Super Mario World player can actually beat. 1 hour in, 2 worlds. Well, this hack doesn't have a bad length, if you ask me. Well, Mario murdered Morton and destroyed his nuclear power plant. Spring will take time to restore the land. For now, time to visit Lemmy. I'm sure he's up to no good. I tried to make a bit of story here, but I mean, just try to make a story in one dialogue. It's kinda not working. I mean, the spring will be the one on the right, but you don't even see it happening. Like, it's blue now, I guess. This was a power plant, I guess. Also, I don't think, well, nuclear energy is not exactly bad for the environment, but I believe the waste can be troublesome.